In response to the U.S. Attorney General's controversial memo on the threats posed by concerned parents, the FBI has set up a process to track, quote, instances of related threats against school board members, administrators, teachers, and staff. Now, as revealed in an internal email leaked by a whistleblower, the Counterterrorism and Criminal Division has created a special process to track what they call threats to educational personnel. Now, how do they define threats? What should we make of all of this? With me now to talk more about this is Congressman Andy Biggs, chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, member of the House Judiciary Committee. He represents the 5th Congressional District of Arizona. Congressman, welcome back to the program.
Thanks, Tony. Good to be with you.
And I know you've got to run here just a moment to cast a vote on the House floor, so I appreciate you taking time to join us. But first, let me jump right into this. What is your response to this internal memo? I mean, we've seen this dribbling out piece by piece. We've seen this collusion between the White House and the National School Boards Association. Now the FBI not pulling back, but actually setting up a process to track parents.
Yeah, so Tony, there's a lot of things to get at. Number one, I would say, this is a ridiculous Soviet-style surveillance program against people, particularly parents, who are going to show up at a school board meeting on behalf of their children. I mean, that is just absolutely about as abusive of power as we've ever seen. Then another thing is, I look at Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, and he basically told us that he can't imagine ever categorizing parents as white domestic terrorists. He couldn't imagine ever using the Patriot Act. And yet the memo that went out the day before he testified to that basically got right at that, talking about domestic terrorism and using the Patriot Act to go after parents. So that makes me understand that either he was incompetent, that should scare us, or he was lying to Congress, and that should scare us. And with that, Tony, they just told me I've got to go vote. I apologize.
Well, you gave us a mouthful, so we got something to talk about here. So thanks so much for run and vote. Appreciate you being here, Andy. Thanks so much. We'll catch up with you.
Hey, Tony, thanks. We'll do it again.
All right, Congressman Andy Biggs of Arizona.